every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! My name is Ruth and welcome to the 145th day of my challenge, where I'm gonna try today a no-bake fruit tart. And as I understood from the original recipe, it will be kind of like cheesecakey. It will be so good. I have to mention this because, well, first, I feel kind of chatty today, and second, I totally realized that I've learned something over this challenge of mine. So whenever I saw a no-bake recipe of Laura's, I was always, ooh, that will be quick, but you know what? There's usually some waiting time involved, which is always the hardest part of the recipe, because you make something and then you just have to wait for some hours before you can try, and that's really hard. So all in all, I feel like all these recipes are kind of similar, because whether you bake something and it takes some time for it to actually bake and then cool down a little bit, or you don't bake and just wait for it to cool down, it's all in all pretty much similar. So now I'm trying to kind of stop myself from getting that excited of the no-bake part. But anyways, today's fruit tart, man, when I saw the original recipe, I'm really looking forward to trying this one. So before we get started, I want to mention two things about the ingredients themselves. The first one is about the... oh man, that's always a tongue twister for me. Crackers, crumbles, pie crust, was it? Let's call it just pie crust. So you need a pre-made pie crust. If you can't just buy in the shop, there's no such possibility for me. So I actually am using another recipe of Laura's, which I've tried, I don't even know when, quite a long time ago. So I will not show you how I made that pie crust. I will have it pre-made, but if you're interested, I will leave the link in the description box to that video, because, well, there will be step-by-step instruction as well as the written measurements. What is this noise? I'm so weird today. Well, anyways, I made it exactly the same way, minus the sugar, because my crackers are a little bit sweet, so I didn't use any sugar. But anyways, so that's one. And the second one, which I just it's kind of like just mentioning. So Laura doesn't actually specify how much of fruit she uses. She just says some, which, you know, for me, I'm still in this place where I'm like, how much? So I was looking at the original recipe really closely, and I will leave the amounts which I've kind of decided that they had to be somewhat along those lines, and we'll see today whether I was right or wrong, whether it's too much or too little, or maybe it's perfect, who knows. So anyways, that's all I wanted to mention. I told you I'm chatty today, didn't I? Let's go over the ingredients and let's get started. We're gonna need 123 centimeters in diameter cracker crust, 200 grams of cream cheese, 350 grams of strawberries, roughly chopped, 250 grams of dark grapes, halved, 120 milliliters of heavy cream, 50 grams of powdered sugar, 90 grams of seedless strawberry jam, 1 lemon, well, that is zest of half of it, and 1 teaspoon of its juice, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So for once, Iranian products work in my advantage. I've mentioned before that there's no heavy cream here in a liquid form. It's always sold like this, as you can see. It's kind of like soft peaks. So I can actually skip the first step of the recipe, which is beating your heavy cream until soft peaks. So very very happily, that's done. I'm setting it aside and moving on to the next step, which is combining a bunch of ingredients. I will take the cream cheese, the powdered sugar, lemon zest and juice, vanilla extract, and just mix everything until it's all nicely combined. Okay, and now I'm taking back my, well, softly peaked whipped cream, and I will gently fold it in. And now I'll just spread this filling, which smells like, actually like cheesecake. I'm gonna spread it into the pie crust evenly. Okay, and that's done. Now the only thing left to do is just prepare the fruit topping. I'll start by putting my strawberry jam into the microwave for 15 to 30 seconds to warm it up just enough so that it turns a little bit more liquidy and is easier to work with. So actually it was exactly 30 seconds, and as you can see it became way more liquidy, which will make it so easy now to mix it together with the strawberries and grapes. This smells so tasty. Okay, so I'm taking back my tart and I'll just top it with the fruit mixture. I think I did pretty good at guessing the amounts of the fruit. What do you think? I think this looks really good. So all of what you just saw was really simple and easy compared to now what you will hear, the hardest part of this recipe. Now this has to go into the fridge for 3 hours. I really don't want to do that, but here it goes. To be honest, it turned out better than I expected, because when I was checking on the tart all throughout this waiting time, I saw that it's getting more and more watery, and I actually let it set for not even 3, I think 4 or maybe even 5 hours because it didn't look set. And I remember one of you mentioned that the fridges in America are way colder, so I thought maybe if I wait longer, maybe it will then set, but I don't know, maybe I should leave it overnight. But I feel like it's either from the strawberry jam or the berries themselves that it's just, there's too much, not maybe water, but just juice. It's too watery on the top and it kind of goes into the cheesecake itself. But again, this is better than I expected, because I thought that once I cut into it, it will just all run out. Now I put it back into the fridge because I don't know, I feel like it's melting. But despite the runniness factor, it does look good, doesn't it? All the fruits. Let's try it. Oh wow. Wow. That, oh my goodness, that filling part, it's so good. It's seriously like cheesecake. And it's actually set pretty nicely. It's just the very top. It's like towards the top, there's like juice going around. I don't know, maybe it's the jam. I have no idea, but I feel like if there was less juice, it would have set super nicely, and now it's holding its shape, and if there was no those juices, then it would be like a perfect, nicely shape holding piece. But the taste, oh man, it's like cheesecake, but like the freshest one you could imagine, with fresh strawberries. Man, that's good. That's really, really good. So if you're not afraid of maybe things getting a little bit messy, I would definitely suggest trying this one simply because of the filling paired with those fresh fruit. The taste is really, really good. So if you want, go and check the original recipe by Laura there. The written one is, as always, in the description box down below. And if you like what you see, subscribe, because I'm actually trying a new recipe of Laura in the kitchen every single day. I'm posting every second day to give myself some time to prepare everything. But other than that, I'm really thankful you watched this video, and I'll see you in a day. Bye!